Brett Conley with Payson Outfitters. Today we're going to go over one of Eberle's backpacks, kind of do an overview on the product itself. The pack that we're talking about today is the Eberlestock FAC Track Pack. This pack, amongst a couple others, were designed with military tactical use in mind. However, being an outdoorsman, I think we get a lot of good use out of this pack, just like our soldiers do. The FAC Track Pack, very lightweight. It's got about 2,500 to 3,000 cubic inches of storage space in it. Very lightweight. It's got a total of 5 different compartments you can use in it for your hydration packs. It holds anywhere from 2 to 3 liters. Again, you got 5 different pockets you could use. We're going to start off with the top here. Basically what we got is a hatch that opens up into the main compartment. And like I discussed, I don't know if you can see that, there's pouches in there. We'll get to that in just a second, but there's pouches in there for the hydration. There's pouches on the side like we talked about. So that's one way to access the top. And again, you know, not only just with your hydration, but there's a whole multitude of things you could put in there. I like to think of this pack as maybe for a couple days you could get optical gear, medical kit. There's all kinds of stuff you could put in there. Talked about the hatch, the main hatch, open it from the top. This is another way to access it. You got these MOLLE webbing all over this whole pack, and makes it really handy because you can attach all kinds of stuff to this MOLLE webbing. This stuff is great, and what Eberle's done here is just fantastic. You could put some tripods in this stuff. You could mount trekking poles. You could tie onto this with other gear. It's just sky's the limit with the MOLLE webbing. Here's probably the best way to get into the main compartment. We talked about from the top down. This is probably where you would open it up to, you know, pack in all your clothes, any kind of game bags, rope, just anything you can think of that you might need to be out in the woods for a couple days. A lot of storage space in here. We've got these compartments in the bottoms that are elastic and will conform to whatever you put in there, keep them tight and snug. And here's where we talked about the bladders on the inside. You got 2 pouches here that looks like they'll hold between a 2 and 3 liter bladder each, which you could easily go through if you're going to be out in the woods for 2-3 days. And then you also got this MOLLE webbing on the inside as well. So not just exterior but interior. And then behind this hydration system, there's metal actually in this pack that keeps it from collapsing. So it will always be very rigid, and you won't have to worry about the extra weight you put in it pulling it down. Okay, again, we talked about how these were designed for military tactical use. So if that's what you're purchasing this for, not only could this be used instead of bladders, but you could also put any kind of radio or communications equipment in here. And you're probably asking yourself, well, you know, long antennas, where might they come out? If I turn the pack around, what they've done is they've got 3 openings where your antennas could protrude through, or be it the hoses on your bladder system, you know, completely your choice. But very compatible with whether you're left-handed, right-handed. The 3 exterior openings that we just talked about, these here, are also accessible through the very top pouch as well. And if it's good enough for the military, well then it's good enough for me. These pouches here that are on the back, there's 2 of them. This one looks like it's maybe a total of 1 liter space, and this one's probably 2 liters of space. They obviously look like they're designed for military tactical use. You got the Velcro on the outside of the MOLLE webbing, so I'm sure these could be used to attach unit IDs or names for identification. But obviously if you're an outdoorsman, then I'm sure you could figure out some other way of putting this to use. Just a small pouch. Again, it's about a 1 liter size. Be great for putting in any kind of gloves or snacks that you want to get to. Ammunition. On the bottom, Same thing, got all this molly webbing that's all weaved, got loops. This is the cool part. In here, I don't know if you can see that real good, but got a little compartment in here. Looks like it's used for maybe a radio of some sort. It could be used for pretty much anything that you could think of out in the outdoors. Range finders, medical kits, small pair of binoculars. Looks like you got some pen holders in here. It'd be great for keeping your tags in here, keeping them out of the weather. Another zipper pouch in there. Good, ideal for anything you want to keep free of the elements. This is the very bottom of it. Again, this is the FAC track pack. This particular color is multicam. And this also comes with a rain cover. So on the very bottom, comes with a rain cover. It's out of the way. It's pretty cool. On either side, you've got these compartments that would be great for sticking in a tripod, large spotting scopes, thermos, anything you might think you could use. These are great for securing them as well. You know, you can cinch the load up, and again, you got this molly webbing. I don't know if you guys notice this at all, but it's got a handle, one on each side. It's also got one on the top. Makes it great for carrying just like you would a regular old luggage bag. Other side is the same way. Same, matches the other side, same features. And you also got pockets that run down the full length behind this as well. So these would be great for again, any kind of trekking poles. You could jam cans of food stuffed up in here, stacked on top of each other. Just a lot of storage space, and compacted into a small unit. It's awesome. Here we have the padding that goes in your back. This stuff is ventilated and extremely comfortable. These packs, the way you put them on, they conform to you, they mold to you, they fill the voids where they're supposed to fill the voids, and also they're vented, which is awesome. These things are great. They're also adjustable, so what you can do is you can take this Velcro loose here, and that allows you to take this strap that goes across your shoulders, move it up or down depending on your torso size. On the top, these are your load lifters. So if you're not familiar with that, what that is if I put this pack on and I got a lot of weight in it and I feel like the weight is kind of leaning off of me and not close to my back, you can take these straps and basically you pull on them and take all the excess out of the straps, and it just kind of sucks the load up towards your back. Brings it in tighter, and you don't feel like it's hanging off and creating a lot of weight. Hip belt, a lot of padding. This comes in a small if this happens to be too big, but these are very adjustable. Again, you got the molly webbing, I'm sorry, all over it. No pouches on the belt, but however, you got all this room in the back. I don't see why you would need any. Payson Outfitters really would like to say thank you to watching this product review of this Eberlestock backpack, the FAC Track Pack. Just want to remind you guys that you can find us on the internet at www.paysonoutfitters.com. I want to remind you that we have free shipping on all of our items every day. Thanks.